What's happening, everybody? It's time for another Picks and Parlays Power Hour. I'm your host, Allie Burns. You can find me on Twitter at +moneyhoney. The Power Hour goes off every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern, and we've got all kinds of football picks. College football, NFL, even some props in there. It's going down for real, but before we get started, I've got to remind you guys about my sponsor, FanDuel Sportsbook. Download that FanDuel Sportsbook app onto your phone and then use my promo. You can find it in the description of this video. You just click on the link. They've got a no sweat first bet up to $1,000 for all new accounts. And if you're in the state of Ohio, guess what? They're going to drop $100 into your account even before you guys go live in January, just for downloading FanDuel. All right, today I've got three expert handicappers: Jesse the Iceman Schul, Sean the Wise Guy Higgs, and Cam the not sure if he's going to be able to show up today or not because of technical issues, Ross. We're going to start you off with Jesse Schul. We're talking college football. It's Kansas State and TCU. But before we even get to that game, this just in, breaking news. This is just in, people. If you are a fantasy player, if you love your fantasy football or baseball or whatever fantasy you do, check this out, nohouseadvantage.com. They are changing the game in fantasy sports, okay? And they've got a really awesome promo for you guys. If you go download their app onto your phone at the App Store, then use P&P, P-A-N-D-P. It's going to give you a first deposit match up to $50 for all of your fantasy desires. So check out nohouseadvantage.com. Sorry about that. So check out nohouseadvantage.com. That's where it's all at. Okay, now let's do some college football with Jesse Schul. Kansas State is at TCU this Saturday. TCU is a -3.5, and the total is a 54.5. What are we going with here, Jesse?
Top of the morning to you, Allie.
How's
Lovely to be back with you here on the Power Hour again.
Yes.
But I'm looking at TCU. Of course, they blew out Oklahoma, and everybody was all excited about TCU. Since won back-to-back close games against Kansas and Oklahoma State, still undefeated, but it sort of feels like that bubble is about to burst. This is a really tough situational spot for them, coming off that come-from-behind win over the Cowboys. The weather is supposed to be bad here for this game. It's supposed to be a lot of wind, which will make it hard to pass the ball. And that tends to favor the visitors, the giant killers, the Kansas State Wildcats. They got Deuce Vaughn and Adrian Martinez. Adrian Martinez is having a great bounce-back season. He hasn't been turning the ball over. He's been picking up a ton of yards on the ground. And history does favor the Wildcats. They have won outright in 3 straight against TCU, and they're 6-1 against the spread in the last 7 meetings. Situationally, this just looks like a great spot to bet on Kansas State to upset TCU.
All right. Well, I love getting me some points. So let's take 3.5 with Kansas State on Saturday. That's how we're going to play this one. Before we get to our next pick, let's not forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. The Power Hour is on every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. You do not want to miss out. All right. Up next, we're talking Northwestern at Maryland. Maryland's a -14, and the total on this one is 51. What do we got going on?
Well, this one could be a snooze fest. It's not my favorite game on the card, but I am quite familiar with Northwestern. I did bet on them in that upset win over Nebraska in Ireland, and they've been breaking my heart ever since. It's amazing how often they turn the ball over. They just continue to rack up yards, turn the ball over, and lose in really disgusting fashion. And you got a Maryland team that has been pretty good. They do have a banged-up quarterback, but Tagovailoa might be back here for this game. Maryland is 5-2 overall, 2-2 in the Big Ten. Their wins have come over Michigan State, Indiana, and SMU, but their losses came in close games against Michigan and Purdue, 2 very tough opponents. Their offense looks for real. Their defense looks for real. Northwestern gives us really no reason to believe in them at this point. I think their season is a dumpster fire, and I'll take Maryland minus 2 touchdowns.
All right, that is the way that we are going to play it. People, don't forget, if you're looking for Jesse Schul's premium plays, head over to picksandparlays.net or text your, well, not or, but and text your full name to this number, 614-810-7522. You're going to get 2 free picks text to your phone every week. One will come midweek, one comes towards the end, and it's always going to be guys that are on our hottest cappers list. Jesse, on the site, you are number 5 for all of 2022. If you want his premium plays, head over to picksandparlays.net and use the promo code NFL. Also, like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. The Power Hour is on every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. All right, let's roll into the NFL. We are talking the Seahawks at the Chargers. Chargers are a -5.5. The total on this one is 50. There's already been some line movement going on here. I know it opened around a 7.5. It's already ticked down with about 87% of the money on the Seahawks. What do you got going on with this one, Jesse?
Well, you got Geno Smith at quarterback for Seattle. Pretty good story. I mean, the guy's been irrelevant in the league for the better part of a decade, and he came into the season with very little expectations, but he's completing 73% of his passes. He's thrown for over 1,500 yards, 9 touchdowns, just 2 picks. He's been better on the road than he has been at home. The problem for Seattle, though, is they rank dead last in the league in total defense. They can't stop anybody. They're giving up 411 yards per game. And the Chargers, they have themselves a pretty big stud at quarterback too. Justin Herbert should be able to light them up. The total is pretty high at 50, but I think this is going to be a barn burner. There is strong over trends for this game. Over is 9-3 in the Chargers' last 12 overall. The Chargers have gone over in 5 of their last 7 home games. The Seahawks are giving up 166 rushing yards per game. And another pick I like for this game on top of the over is Austin Eckler anytime touchdown. I don't think the markets – it's a popular bet, but I don't think the markets have quite caught up to how likely this guy is to score a touchdown, considering all the receiving touchdowns he gets as well. His last 23 games played, 23 touchdowns. Performances like that warrant a much higher price than they've been offering on that prop lately. So anything under 180, and I think value on Austin Eckler anytime touchdown on top of the over.
All right, nice little bonus pick there. Okay, we're rolling with the over 50 when the Seahawks take on the Chargers. Don't forget, people at home, text your full name to this number below. You're going to get 2 expert picks sent to your phone every week for free. And it's not a one-time deal. It's an ongoing thing with our hottest cappers throughout the entire season. If you're looking for Jesse's premium plays over at picksandparlays.net, use the promo code NFL. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. We're on every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much, Jesse. I'll see you next week on the Power Hour. All right. Moving right along, we're going to go into, I just want to make sure who's next. Thank you. Cam Ross is here. He is in the building. Well, in the car outside of the building. Some technical
I'm with the doctor. So
yeah, I'm glad you could make it. So let's talk Minnesota at Penn State. We've got Penn State at a -4, and the total's 44 and a hook. What do you say here?
Yeah, Minnesota started the year on fire. They were busting heads, playing great, but then conference play came and they're just laying an egg. Penn State comes into this game off their first loss of the season. They played a great first half against Michigan, and then Michigan just busted them up, to say it nicely. I think, Tanner Morgan, I don't know what's happened with him in Minnesota. The defense is bad. The offense just looks very lackluster. I think Penn State is in a bounce back spot here as they are looking towards the rest of their season. And I think Penn State's going to roll at home over a struggling, mediocre Minnesota team.
Yeah, I totally agree with this one. There's no other way to play it. It's a great spot for them. They're at home. They're off a tough loss, and let's go. Let's go Penn State. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Now, Cam Ross has his own number, okay? Now, the number I've given to you guys a few times throughout the show, Cam Ross has his very own number, 614-418-6829. It really is him, people. Cam,
it's really me.
tell him what it's all about when we text you.
Yeah, it's really me. You can text me or whatever anytime. Again, it's really me. You can talk to me anytime. Reach out, talk to me, and if you text me today or tomorrow, you can have all of my plays through the weekend, including Monday night, for $59. It's a huge 60-something% off deal. So come on in, tell me you saw me on Power Hour, and I'll get you locked in.
All right, so text this number before the weekend. We film this on Thursday. The deal is over on Friday. So text on Thursday or Friday, or you're going to miss that 60% off deal. Also, like and subscribe. Ring that bell for notifications. We're on every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so we're moving into the NFL. We're going to talk the Bears at the Patriots. Can't say I'm super excited about this game. It's the Monday. Well, it makes sense because it's the Monday night game, and I never want to watch the primetime games. But here we go, -7.5 with the Patriots. The total on this one is a 39.5. What's your best look?
Primetime games have sucked, to say
So
it lightly,
bad.
and
So bad.
they've sucked. I'm not trying to scream at you, but
No.
even if if the Denver Broncos make the playoffs, I hope they're not on TV. It has been just god awful watching them play. Even
if
if
the
they make
Denver
the playoffs,
Broncos get to the Super Bowl, I hope it's not on TV. That's how
don't show it. No, not interested. But no, this is a big time primetime spot. Both of these teams have struggled all year. The Bears look lost. The Bears need a quarterback. Justin Fields, he's been in the league a couple of years. He can't figure it out. He can't throw the ball down the field. He looks rattled all the time. The Patriots, they're not happy. Their coach is 1 win away from being second all time, 3 wins away from being first all time. I think it's go time for New England. This is one of those games where they can do what they need to do to get going right. I think the Patriots are going to control this game on primetime. The Patriots play on primetime, it seems like, every other week. Justin Fields is just struggling too much, and I don't trust that offense. The Patriots are going to do enough against the lackluster Bears defense to get this win and cover. I think the Patriots are going to win by double digits, so I'm gonna go with the Patriots.
I see that line even up to a 9 in some spots. So, this line is moving. All the money is on the Patriots. It just seems like everyone agrees with you as far as that is concerned. Patriots are the play. Okay, so don't forget, again, Cam Ross's special promo deal. It's 60% off all of his weekend plays. If you text this number today or on Friday, Thursday or Friday, you got to get in before the weekend, and you get all of his weekend plays plus the Monday night. Come up on me.
Pull up on me. I got a little bitty baby. He's hungry. Pull up.
He's hungry.
Yeah.
So text that number and get more of Cam's plays. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Ring the bell for notification. The Power Hour is on every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. All right, Cam, thanks so much for stopping by. We will catch you on the flip side. Tell that baby I said hi.
Will do. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck. Okay, up next, we have the man, the myth, the legend. It's Sean Higgs here to do your college football rapid fire. And then we've even got an NFL pick for you at the end there. How's it going, Higgs?
Pretty good. Did you get a haircut? You look a little different. You got a little.
No, I've been straightening my hair, but then I laid down to watch Pennyworth for a second, and it kind of flattened out, and it looks a little funny now. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm a busy girl. Okay.
I'm used to the Benny and June hat, but I think Jesse Shuley stole to go play golf today. He looked like he was straight out like Scotland with his little hat on.
He's a hat guy too. I like it. Lenny's cracking up down there in the booth. Okay, so we're going to do your college football rapid fire. This is 5 games in about 5 minutes, and we're going to start it off with Syracuse at Clemson. A little ACC action. Clemson minus the 13.5 and a total of 49.5. Fire away.
Yeah, I'm taking Clemson here. I already bet on myself, and I'm partially a little worried about them being like a public kind of dog here, right? Because it's like, oh, they're undefeated, here they come. But they've played Clemson close before, so they got a good defense, and Clemson's let some guys in through the back. I'm getting almost 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
and the Syracuse really turned around their season. I got an under ticket on them. Sad to say that under was a loser in September. So,
wow.
But again, I'm going on defense. Syracuse. Again, they're not a sexy team. They don't have all the stars like Clemson does. But again, Clemson's letting teams in the back. I'm taking a 13.5 here. Let's go.
All right, give me all the points. I want all the points. All right, let's do UCLA at Oregon Ducks. Oregon minus 6 and the total 71.
Oh, you want some points? Here you go. You're going to get a bunch of them here. I'm going to go over.
Nice.
It's a lot of points here. But Oregon has been putting up points. let's go back. They lost 49-3 to Georgia. I mean, but then they're rolling off like scores like 45-30. I mean, like 45. UCLA the same way, putting up points. But again, you see them allowing 30-ish points. So pretty good offenses coming to town. I'm going to go over. And also, listen, two things could happen here. It's going to be like 50-22, or maybe Bo Nix those 5 interceptions. The Chip Kelly Bowl. I think this isn't over. I think this game plays into the 40s, probably closer to 80 than 70, I think.
They should call it the Chip Kelly Bowl. I like that. Let's do Texas at Oklahoma State. Texas minus 6.5. The total on this one is 61. What do you got here?
Yeah, OKC. That's the NBA one. But this Oklahoma State team, this OKST team, I faded them last week, right? Tough little game there. Texas, let's be honest, they should be undefeated. They should have beat Alabama.
Yeah.
They beat Alabama. This team is number 1.
Yeah.
Crazy. And I wasn't really buying the Texas hype, even being down here. You know how Texas gets down here. They love the Longhorns here. But I'm buying it here. Touchdown on the road. I know part of me is like, oh, they just got to win by 7. I think they're good. I think they've kind of turned the corner here. And I hate saying that because that's going to come back and bite me in my giant butt. Like, oh, here comes Texas. We're back, baby. I don't know. They look like they're back. I mean, they're playing good ball. And with the kid Sanders there, a little questionable, right, with his arm. They took a shot. So who knows? Maybe he's good for a half. Texas pulls away late.
I went to the Oklahoma State at Baylor game, and I really thought Oklahoma State was really, really super good because I thought Baylor was really, really super good. But now after seeing them play whoever their last game just was, West Virginia, Baylor's not really that good, which now makes me think Oklahoma State's not really that. I mean, they're good teams, but they're not as, I guess, high on my
these guys
as I had them. Texas is that team.
They were ranked top 5, top 6 Oklahoma State last week. I mean, I was like, what is that about? That's just bizarre,
Yeah, and they knocked Baylor out. I mean, it was over. I forget what the final was because I had already left by that time. Yeah. By the time the game was over. Okay, so let's move into Mississippi State at Alabama. My favorite coach in the whole wide world. It's Mike. Alabama minus 21. The total on this one is 60.5. What do you say?
The last 3 times these guys played, it's 152-16.
Whew.
So Alabama gets the call here.
Yeah,
granted, a bad defense, right? The defense has been exposed, but I just can't get over the numbers the last 3 games. I mean, we can even go back further to 24-0 on top of that, and 51-3. I mean, Alabama's going to give up 20-something points, but off a loss, this isn't. We saw this against A&M. They came back and rolled Arkansas, I think, by So QB looks healthy. Okay, you're going to give up 20-some points. I think you're scoring 50, right? What's this going to be, 46-20? I mean, that's the way they play out. I think, again, where's the defense? We got to make a stop. And until Mississippi State could hang, I mean, they don't even come close to being in games. I'll give you the 21. I don't care.
All right.
What's there to say? I mean, Alabama, the defense is a little sketchy. They've destroyed these guys. The games aren't even close. Later 21.
It's unfortunate, but it's true. I wish I could disagree with you, but I cannot. I will not be laying 21 points with anybody on any day ever, but I'm also not going to take 21 points in this
Exactly.
game.
Can you take it off of, especially it's the add in now.
You don't have to play
loss. It's tough. I mean, they don't lose that much. Really, once every 2 years.
Yep. You don't have to play them all, guys. You don't have to play them all. All right. So Ole Miss is at LSU. Tigers are minus 2. Total on this one is a 68. What do we think about this one?
Yeah, I've changed my tune here on LSU. I bet LSU here, and I was like, man, I'm not an LSU guy. I don't, Kelly coming down from Notre Dame. I saw him never do good against good teams.
Dirty. It feels dirty in the dirty South.
And again, Notre Dame, they never compete with these kind of teams. But now he's got the talent because he's at LSU who can face these kind of guys. So I'm going to go LSU here. Right, I just think they've and again last week I'm like no I can't do LSU. I don't like the coach. I don't like anything about him. But lo and behold, you can't get locked in your thoughts. You got to say, you know what, this team is better than what I thought, and they are. And here you go. It's a short number. It's flipped though. They were a dog, and then a guy smarter than me started betting these guys on Sunday and Monday, moving it from a dog to a pick'em. And
that's huge.
The numbers back it. I mean, Ole Miss. Okay, all right, Ole Miss. I understand. Give me LSU. I'm buying on the Bayou Bengals.
Let's go. Let's go. That I loved LSU with Orgeron and then Kelly coming down. You know what felt dirty about it was that he felt too clean. Like if you're going to play in LSU, I want it to sound like you eat footballs for breakfast, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like Kelly sips tea for breakfast or something. I don't know. It just doesn't work for me. I'm from the South. I like it, in the swampland and stuff. Anyway, I digress.
Yeah, no, he's like Notre Dame, Notre Dame to LSU. It's like you just don't.
It's a big difference from touchdown Jesus to swamp thing, I guess.
Yeah, to
there's a big difference there.
Crawdads.
But I'm with you. One of the biggest trends that I follow is anyone who turns from a dog into a favorite. I'm pretty much always going to be on that new favorite.
That's not like happening game day because people are flushing in with a ton of money. This is early, money coming in. Respected money.
Respectable money.
Yes.
Exactly. So text your full name, everybody. The promo we're doing right now, you're going to get, if you text your full name to this phone number, we are going to text you 2 free picks per week. We're going to do one midweek, like Wednesday, Thursday, and then one over the weekend. And this is an ongoing thing. It's whoever the hot cappers are on our site for that week. That's who you're going to be getting picks from. So just expect to get a ton of picks from Sean Higgs, basically, 614-810-7522 is the number. Text your full name and we're going to hook you up. Don't forget to subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. Power Hours on every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. All right, we've got one last pick. I don't know how I feel about this. So I'm from Houston, Texas, but I live in Las Vegas. My Texans are coming to town. Raiders are -7. The total's 45.5. What do you got here, Higgs?
Yeah, and the text for me will definitely be baseball and NFL since that's where I'm rolling along in the cash. So, and here I'm taking the Texans. How?
Yes.
Someone today midday morning was like, you got to take the Raiders. They're a lot better than a 1-4 team. No, they're not. That's why they're 1-4 because they find ways to lose.
It's like people saying the Eagles aren't a 6-0 team. But they are. That's the thing. But they are.
They are. How aren't the Eagles a 6-0 team? They've won. They've short of the Lion comeback. They've taken care of business in the second half and done everything. The Raiders have done everything not to be a 6-0 team or a 4-1 team. You make stupid mistakes against the Chargers. You let the Cardinals score 20 points when they don't score 20 points in a game. I mean, the next week it's Seattle on the road. You'll blow 17-point leads. This is not a good team. It's not a well-coached team. They're still trying to find identity on the offense. You're laying a touchdown? No, listen, Texans might not be a good team, but you know what? They're a team. They got a Super Bowl head coach in Lovey. Guy's a winner. Right, all right. He took the bet. I'm not saying the guy's got, he's Tom Brady, but the guy knows how to win. He's a winning coach. Right. The players want to play. This is a team that everybody total disrespects. Like the Falcons is a team you want to bet on. Like there are guys out there hungry, like, hey, no one gives us a shot. I'm looking for a contract. I'm coming out here and bust my butt every game. I'm getting a touchdown. Give me the touchdown.
Give me a touchdown. I'm with you. I'm so glad that you said that. I was nervous to hear what your pick was. I didn't want to look ahead.
How are you taking the Raiders? You can't take teams thinking, oh, they're going to break out now. This is great. No.
I'm not saying the Raiders don't win the game. I mean, they're at home. They're going to want to put on a show, all these things for the Vegas fans. I get that, but who do they even play next? I could even see this as a look ahead spot, them just overlooking the Texans. But I'm not saying they don't win. I am saying they don't cover. I agree with you, Jonathan.
Texans are feisty. They're
yeah, they are. They've got nothing to lose. That's the thing, too. Those teams that don't have anything to lose, we're not even expected to be here kind of a thing, you better watch out for them, because you're going to lose.
They're going to put up their points and give you a fight.
Yep, because they're all looking for another job on a better team. Yeah. That's the way I think of it.
And you might luck into wins because Mills isn't a bad quarterback. He's not terrible. There's a lot worse quarterbacks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so Sean Higgs, in the last 30 days at picksandparlays.net, you're up $1,500. You're number 4 on the last 30 days cappers list. You guys want to get on Sean Higgs's plays. I'm telling you, if you text your full name to this number below, Picks and Parlays is going to text you back. You're going to get 2 free expert picks text to your phone weekly. Sean Higgs might be one of them if he stays on top of those leaderboards.
Number 1 NFL, baby. Let's go.
Yep, number 1 in the NFL, and you're hard to catch right now. I mean, you are just up there. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. I'll pull it up for you. Higgs is up $2,000. $1,884 or 48 and 27, number one on the site in the NFL. So check him out and use the promo code NFL to buy his premium plays. You want in on this action. Text that number, get your 2 weekly picks for free. And also don't forget to like and subscribe. Ring that bell for notifications. We're on every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Thanks so much, Sean Higgs. Thanks, everybody, and good luck to you.